Kakawate leaf an effective pesticide. Worms, bugs, and other rice pests are enigma to many farmers as these are threats to rice production. To most farmers, commercial insecticides and pesticides are the most effective and readily available pest controls. What they don't realize is that these cost them added expenses, not to mention the bad effects of these chemicals to health and environment. Dr. Alfredo R. Rabena, head of the Research and Development Office of the University of Northern Philippines in Vigan City, Ilocos Sur, has discovered a solution. He found out that the leaves of Mexican lilac, or commonly known as the Kakawate tree with the scientific name Lyricidia sapium, contains coumarins, an effective botanical pesticide.
Kakawate or Lyricidia sapium is a medium-sized tree, a tropical tree that is growing all over the country. It grows all over the world where the temperature, the climate is warm or hot, and it can survive in both extreme cases in wet and dry seasons. Kakawate is a versatile tree because it has many uses, ranging from the cure of many ailments as well as in many household uses. But for farmers, Kakawate was found to be very important and useful because the leaves are very important for potential raw material for the manufacture or in the formulation of organic fertilizers. Based on our research for almost 15 years, we found out in the laboratory that Kakawate or Lyricidia sapium contains a toxic and potent chemical. We call it coumarins.
To separate the solution, chop the Kakawate leaves and let this soak overnight to extract coumarins. Using a strainer, separate the leaves from the solution. Spray the solution to the rice fields. The best time to apply it is from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning and from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, as worms and pests are coming out from leaves at these times. So, the solutions would be more effective to use. If applied early, it wouldn't be that effective as pests are still hibernating. And if used when the sun's heat is too hot, it wouldn't be that effective also, as pests would hide.
With many experiences with our farmers, we had tested, and by piloting the Kakawate botano pesticides, we saw a lot of pests or insects or non-beneficial organisms in the farms, in rice plants and in vegetables that were killed or eradicated. Mostly we have aphids, and we have also diamondback moth and many other non-beneficial insects or organisms. In the case of vegetables, which these identified organisms or insects were killed, we found also these insects to be killed by this formulated Kakawate botano pesticide. The primary evidence for showing that Kakawate botanic pesticide is an effective botanic pesticide for vegetables and rice plants is the experiences that were shown by the harvest of our farmers. We have seen that the rice plants were more robust and they were free of pests, and the grains are bigger and much different from those plants or grains that were not applied with Kakawate botano pesticides. And these are also evidenced by our pilot studies and harvest made in our pilot project in Barangay Naglawan, Santo Domingo, Ilocos Sur, and at Barangay Rugsuanan, Vegan City.
Since Kakawate is a legume, says Rabena, its leaves are rich in nitrogen, an important soil nutrient. Hence, the discarded leaves can be applied to the field as an organic fertilizer. He also recommends farmers to put several leafy branches of Kakawate tree in between rice plants 2 days after planting to prevent pests from attacking the crop.
These are also supported by the very good harvest of vegetables like ampalaya, we have eggplants, we have string beans, and many others. And we are actually now recommending to everybody, to all our farmers, to all our vegetable growers, that with many benefits and good outcomes of the use of Kakawate botanic pesticides, we can now use this very cheap and very abundant local resource, the Kakawate or Madre de Cacao or the Diricidia sapium.
To prove this research finding, Dr. Rabena and Floraceli Rodillas did a demonstration in Naglawaan, Santo Domingo, Ilocos Sur, as well as in Vegan City and Lidida, Ilocos Sur, where the Kakawate leaves botano pesticide effectively eliminated rice bugs and worms in rice fields.
These Kakawate botano pesticides are now sprayed on the rice fields, even on the vegetable gardens. We are recommending it for our farmers to use them. The reasons are, number one, they are very potent. It killed target organisms, or we call them the pest. And after spraying on the rice plants or the vegetables, they do not leave any adverse effects because they disintegrate immediately, and they do not leave destructive residues like those found in chemical pesticides bought or sold commercially.
To make the chopping of leaves easier, Dr. Rabena and Dr. Manuel Bahet Jr. designed a chopper called Dual Power Operated Foliage Chopper. The device can either be operated electronically or manually, as it has a pedal. It costs 21,000 pesos, and there are available units at the University of Northern Philippines, Vegan City.
we are actually going into different places all over the country, and with the dissemination of this technology, we answered a lot of questions and queries of many farmers. And with the use of the Kakawate Botano pesticides, farmers are very eager to use, and we have known that they are already using this Botano pesticides in their vegetable farms and in the rice fields. But one important question that they are asking from us is with the problem of the preparation on the formulation, more specifically on the chopping of the leaves, because some of them are tilling hectares of lands. They are hard up in the chopping of the leaves manually. So that because of this problem, we designed a special machine to answer the needs of our farmers and our clients. And as a result of the consultation from our farmers, we designed a machine. We call it the dual powered foliage chopper. A 2-year time we are able to design and we are able to manufacture, and it is now available to our farmers. This machine, the dual powered foliage chopper, is designed to chop the leaves of Kakawate, and upon chopping, we now collect those chopped materials, leaves, and ready for mixing with clean water and soaking it for overnight, ready for the following day for spraying. As of now, we had already sold around 8 units, and many orders are still coming out, reaching our office, and we'd like to advise to you, our dear farmers who are interested to acquire a unit of this, to just contact the University of Northern Philippines Research and Development Office, so that we can fabricate a unit for you.